Hello guys and welcome back again to the channel. On today's video is a quick review of this room reverb by ARVERB. This is a kind of reverb trying to emulate a real space and not trying to sound like an effect. So let's first head to their website so you can actually see who made this plugin. So this is the official website, arverb.com, and this is what they've talked about the plugin, which you can read on your own time. If we just come back to the door, because you can always go back and read that later on so that this doesn't take too long, the review. The distance is on front. You can push it to 25% back, 50% back, 75 and 100. And you can also go back to front. Then the pan angle as well, you can pan this. It's currently left 100%. So you can bring it, to the center. And you can also move it to the right. Now currently on center, then you've got your room size. But the rest are more or less what you get on a normal reverb, which is like the decay, reverb time, brightness, low bypass, diffusion, and mix knob. So as you can see, what I feel like they would have added to this reverb, which is quite missing, is pre-delay. As you can see, there's no pre-delay, but I will show you guys how to get around it, which is on the mix. I've put a delay plugin in front of it. Obviously turn the feedback off and then set it to how much I want it, which at this moment, I'm using 69 milliseconds pre-delay, as you can see there. So that's how you get around it. But if they can add it, obviously that would be a bonus. That's one thing I feel like they would have added. Another thing is, how I'm not having to click on this to scroll through. So if I'm on large, in order to go to medium and small, I have to do 2 clicks. But if they can add a way, maybe a drop down, so you can jump to where you want straight away. Like here, I think is the best example. I'm currently on center. So in order to get to 100% left, I have to click about 4 or 5. Actually 8 clicks to get 100% left. But if there's option to maybe right click, then it gives you the drop down information so you can just move, say, from center to 100% left without having to keep click. Because when you are busy mixing, the last thing you want to do is, something that will kill your vibe or something that will drag basically and just quench your fire. You want to be fast while you're in the zone. So that's obviously a suggestion, but doesn't affect the sound of the plugin. So now let's quickly have a listen to it, and I'll play you guys it in context with the mix, because currently I've used it here where I added the pre-delay in front of it, and I've also thrown in this ultra pitch, which I might even turn off so you guys can hear the reverb without. And then on here as well, my delay, I've actually added the same room reverb behind it, and I'm using 100% back so that it pushes the delay will be felt behind the main source. And I'm also using the doubler to spread it to the side. So this is the other reverb that I'm using to add more for special effect and not create a room space, because this one is doing that actual real space. So let's have a listen to it first, and then I'll solo it, and then we can actually hear it only.
Don't want your body, so I heard you found somebody else, and at first I thought it was a lie.
So that's how it sounded like. Now let me go ahead and just solo the reverb only, and also turn off this ultra pitch that I've got going on, and turn off the pre-delay possibly.
Don't want your body, so I heard you found somebody else, and at first I thought it was a lie. I took all my things that make sound
So as you can hear how nice that sounded, it actually created a nice, more realistic space to our vocal. Let me go ahead and turn it off so you can just hear the vocal without the reverb, so you can hear how dry it sounded. So at least that will give you a better perspective of the kind of space this room reverb created for the vocal.
And at first, I thought it was a lie. I took all my things that make sounds. The rest I can do without. I don't want your body, but I hate to think about you with somebody else. Our love is gone cold. You're intertwining your soul with somebody else.
So as you can see with the pre-delay, it does help sort of create detachment between the main vocal and the reverb. But without that, you still hear how nice and the kind of space that it creates for our vocal. So another place that I've actually used this reverb, which I loved it a lot, is on percussions, you know, like bus all my drums and percussion to one bus and throw this on. It helps to glue it together because it makes it feel like they're in the same space. So let's also listen to the reverb before I wrap this up. This is it on the delay.
I'm looking through you while you're looking through your phone, and they're leaving with somebody else. No, I don't want your body, but I'm picturing your body with somebody else.
You can see how it pushes that delay more behind, and the fact that we've used the distance 100% back helps it feel like it's well behind the original source, which helps the original content in terms of like the real vocal and this standing right behind it. You can also bring it a bit to the forefront if you want, like maybe 50% back and not necessarily 100% back, depending on how you want it. I think this is worth trying, you know, if you want to go give it a try, because the guys at ARVERB actually dropped me an email to try this plugin out. And I'm quite glad I did, because it gave me a different kind of sound, which you might say to yourself, you've got so many reverbs, why do you need another reverb? But you never know. Just give it a try. If it doesn't work for your own production or your own taste, then you can just move on, because there's trial. You don't actually have to buy it. Let me know down below what you think about this reverb. And also, if you have any question about the video in general or mixing and mastering, leave me a comment down below as well. Please also like and subscribe, share the video so that the YouTube algo can push it to more people that will benefit from it. Until next time, bye now.